Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the IS-4. It's a Tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of Beowulf 19K30 of the Mafia clan. And this is the start of a replay, well, video with 2 replays.
Let's get this show on the road.
Game on. Okay, main gun is 122 caliber. It's capable of 440 alpha and penetrating 258mm with standard AP, and with the heat rounds it can go up to 340mm, so quite a big jump in penetration, and with the HE rounds it can do 530. It does look as if this Jagdtiger is trying to get to the position that he wants before us, and well, we've spotted a couple of enemy tanks straight away making the dash across the gap. The 277's gone in. I think he went in too early. Is he trying to cut across? Well, the 277 is taking damage, but is the other 277 too deep in, or it hasn't gone past the gap? He has managed to stay on the flat, but only just. And oh, he got the kill shot there. Oh no, he didn't get the kill shot. Sorry, I beg your pardon. He actually got a hit on the tracks, and it was the T-110E4 that got the kill shot. So what can I tell you about the IS-4? Well, basically, it's a IS-2 on steroids. That's the best way of describing it. It's a much better tank than the IS-2, better than the IS-3 as well. It was basically Object 701, that was the original name, and you can see shells are literally bouncing off the armour because they just don't have enough pen to get the shells through. But he does have some enemy tanks out there that he needs to watch out for, and he is about to traverse the gap. Yep, selectively went for the engine bay, trying to get the fire. The Bat Chat in the meanwhile has really gone to town, and he's captured that corner, which means now we can traverse the gap without worry of falling in or drowning, although he is very close to the edge, Beowulf. Now remember, he's a tank commander, a real tank commander. He actually has commanded tanks in the US Army, at least I think it was the US Army. His tank was an M1A1 Abrams. Or it's the updated version anyway. His tank actually has Beowulf on the name on the barrel. Oh, tanks to your right. Okay, traverse turret. Target, Object Treble 72. Which is a very bouncy heavy. One of the premiums, but he punches around straight through it. 411, which is a low roll. Go for it again. I don't think he's quite with it. He's looking at the corner, and he's actually firing at the Jagdtiger, but ignoring us. And I think the Jagdtiger just gave him a solid hit. And, well, he goes out the game to the E4, who's just behind us. Well, this isn't looking so good for the enemy now. They do have an E4 of their own, but he's over there behind the warehouses next to the cap area. In the meantime, the enemy's trying to move in a few more. We've got the A Phase 1 who actually left the cap area. That's a high roll. And the Centurion Action 10 is by the lake, trying to use that ground depression there. The A Phase 1 is looking very poorly. I think he's going to go out the game. He's picked the wrong spot. Should have been in the water, and now he's out of the game, back in the garage. Okay, now what do we do about the C4? From this current position, we're actually quite good because we're double bushed on the E4, so he can't really see us unless one of the other enemies can see us. And you can see that our guy's up at the top of the hill have actually boxed the enemy in, and they're all on the east side of the map except the E4. Now, of course, the E4 does have that very, very big gun, and that means that he can actually yield a huge amount of damage on us. 155mm, that gun. Here he is. Oh, now, could he get a tracking shot on that one? He might have been able to, but he doesn't really want to let that 155 get a shot on us. He bounces into the tracks. So he wasted that shell, and he does have a very long reload, which is one of the reasons why at this moment he is actually hiding to avoid getting hit again. And he's just bounced around off the wreck of the 777. That 777, they're very good tanks actually. Very bouncy. Lots of rounds bounced off that one. Not that one specifically. Now, is the Centurion going to give us a shot? No, he's too busy behind him. But we can see a few others, including the Tortoise. And we might as well punch around through him. That's another low roll for 418. Now, the E4 hasn't made his appearance again, so we might as well punch another one in. And that time we got a high roll for 508. Okay, I think he's about there. Nope, didn't get it. Oh, E4's come out to play. And we're avoiding him. So he's really going to have to come out if he wants to play. And then I think he's going to take damage. Oh! Well, that was interesting because it was the E4 behind us who got another kill. Courtesy of our spotting. And yes, he did get damage on the Tortoise, but he didn't get the kill as far as I can see. I think he's still there. Okay, well, the E4... Oh, no, we'll come back out. Give it another go. Oh, we didn't get it in the end. Their other E4 is still in the woods. That Centurion Action 10 really didn't have time to move away, so he's probably still by the lake. And there's only one enemy left. It is the Centurion. And they're saying he's over there, or at least somebody's marking him over there. I don't think that's true. I think he's over by the lake at the moment. Yes, he is. There he is. Oh! He did not last long. At least it was a peaceful death that was very violent. All you can say is, what a mistake to make! He got spotted. He was out the game just like that. Superb game by Beowulf, though, because he used his armor to really good effect and got a third-class tanker in the IS-4, a tank that isn't played that much at tier 10. It should be played more, but I think actually players like the super OP tanks, like the Chieftain or the 279, they don't really pick the tech tree tanks like the IS-4, which are really good if you think about it, but you have to play them in a particular way. He also got a fire effect for doing more different damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he also got a tank sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more. Let's have a look at the team score and see what he did. Well, 6,254 hit points is a very high score because the next highest player actually was the BZ-75 on the enemy team with 3,857. The third highest player was one of the Pattons, actually. Patton the tank got 2,758. I can't help see that. Every time I hear that name, Patton the tank, I feel like, I'm passing a dog. Good boy, sit up. Fetch, whatever. It does sound like a dog. We're patting the tank. Yes. Oh dear. Well, he got 2,758 hit points of damage in third place. And when it came to kills, we can see that the high scorer was the E4 and the Object 752 on our team. Both got 3 kills. In fact, that E4 actually benefited from the work that Beowulf was doing, because he was actually getting these guys to lose their hit points and then coming up behind us and zapping them to get the kill. And when it came to second place, we can see the T-57 Heavy got 2 kills. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and only 3 players actually got a kill at all in that one. So it was a bit of a walkover, and that means sort of Wargaming is getting their matchmaking wrong again. Anyway, when it came to base XP, we can see that the high scorer was the Arty on our team. He got 1,125, didn't get any kills, but he did pick up a Confederate in that game and 1,971. So well done to him for getting the highest base XP in the game. And the second highest, well, it turned out to be our Batchat 25 ton, who got 1,056. And in third place, it was Patton the Tank with 1,008. And we can see Beowulf is a little way down with 874 on that one. So yes, it was a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks, and tier 9s, when they're hitting tier 10s, get 10% extra, which is why they managed to boost themselves over the scores that the others managed to get. The Batchat 25 ton is actually a tier 10, but he did do a fair amount of damage. And it was the Patton the Tank, which is tier 9, and the Arty tier 9. That's why they're over 1,000 base. And this guy only just, well, he is over 1,000 base. But anyway, that's why Beowulf didn't get it, because he's tier 10 in this one, and therefore he didn't get the extra bonus. Anyway, we go to detail. We can see that he fired 17 rounds in the game, got 16 direct hits and 15 penetrations, so good accuracy, good placement of shell, only one went astray. He also got 6,254 hit points of damage, which we saw, and 4,032 hit points of that was at more than 300 meters, so he really was being a long-range sniper. 6 hits received from the enemy, all of them bounced. Only 1 hit by way of splash damage, 2,130 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 killed, and 187 hit points of damage assistance. He earned a massive profit, 99,678 credits from a 6-minute game. This is not bad for tier 10, especially considering, you know, obviously ammo's more expensive for tier 10, but he used the standard ammo, and that's why he got the benefit. And 4,131 experience points as well altogether, but that was on a ×2 day, not the ×5. It would have been nice on a ×5, but this game actually took place on, well, it was actually this morning. Whilst I'm recording this took place 0702 on the 29th, or on December 29th, because of course Beowulf is an American, so pronounce the date the correct way for him. Yes, that was the same day today, and I'm still recording videos at 9:43 in the morning. I've been doing them all night. So yes, I'm afraid, yes, it's one of those binge nights. Anyway, yes, so a very good battle by Beowulf, nice couple of medals out of it, and a lot of, well, overwhelming performance on the enemy. Let's have a look at the second replay in the IS-4. And here's the second replay, and we're on the defending spawn of Karelia Assault, and we're also in platoon with the Super Conqueror. Santander is Panzerpenguin! I do love that name. I do recall, I think that Panzerpenguin used to be in the same clan as I was in, but I think he was, pretty sure. But anyway, he stayed in contact with us, and of course now he gets his replays done with us, and we're very happy to do them. Now the IS-4, they actually started designing it during the Second World War. 1944 they started work on it. They actually built 200 to 250 of them, and fired 1 round at the T100, didn't get a hit. They actually built between 200 to 250, according to the Kirov plant, and it was produced during 1947 to 1949, and most of them were moved out to the Far East border with China because the Soviets didn't actually like it that much. As I said, it does have more armor than the IS-2. It's 66.3 tons in weight. It's got various improvements that they actually managed to put on it from the German tanks that they captured. So if they managed to get hold of a Tiger II, they would actually look at it and then make improvements to this tank from that. And this makes the IS-4 much better than the IS-3 or the IS-2, but it is actually basically an IS-2 derivative, as you can see in the hull shape with the center driver right there. It hasn't got a pike nose like the IS-3. There's the enemy, 60 TP. Okay, now this is difficult because he has the 152mm gun and he can do a lot of damage with one shot, but he does have a long reload. Our reload is 9.7, but the standard reload is 11.03, so we've shaved a second and a bit off, and we get the first shot in, and it's 413 hit points. But I'd be a bit worried about, because he's going to aim at the nearest one that's still up here. We do get another hit. Ow, that was into our engine bay. 757 hit points. And the enemy Arty's trying to get us as well. Okay, because we don't want to get stunned while that guy's still around. He's looking at us, and he pumped another one in, and it did go through. It's a heat round for 822, so that's a high roll. But he's a one shot, and he's taken out the game by the Minotauro. Okay, we've got E100 just around the corner. Now, ideally, we should go around the corner, but Santander's getting in the way on that, so we need to block the way to take the shot. There you go. One into the lower plate. 457, a high roll. Another Arty shot. And the kill shot comes in for the Minotauro. Okay, Jagdtiger easily gets that one in using the heat rounds. Gets a high roll, 454. Gonna try to do the same again, but the guy goes down before we can shoot. Okay, so we've managed to clear this end of the map, all apart from the Kunstpanzer, and we can't see where he is. Now there's a T-100 down in the swamp, and the Centurion 7-1. We're not so clear where the Centurion is, but the T-100 has frequently made... Oh, there's a tree going down. Somebody is in there. No, that one didn't get it. He's loading the standard ammo for this one. No need to waste the premium. Okay, the T-100 is on Quickie Baby's ramp that leads up. Oh, there he is. This is Kunstpanzer. Yes! 505, which is the high roll. Now, where is that Centurion? He must be further along. Well, Santander's decided to go right in, and we're trying to catch up with him. Centurion 7-1's been spotted, and the kill shot comes in from the AE Phase 1. Now, where did that Centurion go? Of course, Centurions carry the 105mm main gun. They can have HESH rounds, so that's why you have to be wary of them. Those trees have been knocked down for a reason. There must be somebody up there knocking those trees down to provide cover. There's an IS-4 on the enemy team. He's round the other side of the map at the moment, trying to stop our guys from getting onto the rear end of the horseshoe. There's the Centurion again. Yeah, can we get a shot? Line it up. Okay. Oh, yes! Oh! Oh, fraction of a second there. We had a perfect shot. Goes through the turret roof. Or through the engine bay, depending on which way he was oriented at the time. But that would have been a good shot. You can see the scars on our back from those heat rounds fired by the enemy 60 TP. Very expensive taking those rounds. Now, the problem here is if we try to go up onto the horseshoe to attack the 704 and the Skoda T50, then the enemy Centurion is going to shoot us in the rear. Oh, and we just lost one of our teammates. Or at least, was it one of our teammates? Yes, it was this guy here. The Minotauro went down. Now, we don't know precisely where he is, but the A Phase 1 should find him. Oh, he's found him! Oh! That one was Santander taking the kill. Okay, that means now we can go up onto the horseshoe, but I think what they've decided to do instead is go round, because going up onto the horseshoe would be difficult. You're only going up one tank at a time, and there's quite a few enemy tanks up there. If we go round, then it blocks the enemy from coming out from behind the horseshoe on this route. Meanwhile, we've got other teammates moving on the south end of the map to take out the enemy Arty and block the other side of the route. And you can see the IS-4 has moved round to that corner. Now the gun on this tank is actually the same D25T that the ST1 carries. It's got a really good armor profile, large hit pool, a low profile, and a good top speed. Well, top speed considering its weight is 43 kilometers an hour. It's not that fast actually, but it's reasonable for a heavy. Okay, firing the heat. The Waffenträger didn't stand much there, but he switched to standard ammo, and we've now got the enemy IS-4 in our sights, but he's reversing towards us, and we pumped one into his engine bay at a high roll, and now he's tracked Santander. Now can we get another hit? Load, and yep, got that one in as well. I think the slow reverse speed is actually letting that guy down. He can only do 14 kilometers an hour in reverse. And there's only one enemy left. It's a Skoda T50. He's up on the horseshoe somewhere. Not sure if we're going to get a chance to kill him. No, because it's all over. The T95 got him. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the first third-class tanker for panzerpenguin in the IS-4. He managed to get a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 6, and he got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate in the game, 3,468, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at his team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game, but he came very close. The highest damage actually went to Santander. He got 4,691 hit points of damage. And in second place, we've got panzerpenguin with 4,043. And in third place, we've got the 60 TP on our team with 3,365. When it came to kills, though, it was the Minotauro. At least one of them managed to get 3 kills. Another one got 2. The T95 got 2. The Arty on our team got 2, and only 2 members of the enemy team managed to get 2 kills, and that was the Waffenträger and the Tiger Mouse. When it came to base XP, it was the Minotauro who did the best as well. 1,075 went to him, 1,058 went to the E50, and Santander picked up third place on base XP with 1,011. Now, of course, he's tier 10, and so is panzerpenguin. Obviously, they don't benefit from any bonus. The E50 is tier 9, and that's why he was actually benefiting from the bonus on hitting tier 10 tanks. So we can see that panzerpenguin only got 1 kill and 888 base on the game. So not as great, but at least it was a good result. And of course, we can see he got the Confederate. In fact, it's the only one who got a medal in the game. If we look at detail, we can see he fired 14 rounds, got 10 direct hits on the enemy, 9 penetrations, 4,043 hit points of damage, of which 1,832 were at more than 300 meters. 2 hits received, both were pens, both came from the 60 TP. And yes, of course, they did maximum damage to his engine bay. Wasn't very helpful. He also received 1 hit by way of splash damage. That came from the enemy Arty, and it was aimed at him when he was trying to engage the E-100. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, and that was the Waffenträger. And he earned 55,492 credits from the game, and yes, he did use some premium ammo. And he also got 5 bonds and 3,610 experience points. So both players did exceptionally well, but the scores in terms of the medals they got, they weren't too overwhelming. Third class for Beowulf 19K30, and you think, well, third class is not great, But then he did get these medals, which actually show he was working incredibly hard. And it's the same with panzerpenguin, only a third class. But he did get a medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his teammate got the highest damage in the game, but he didn't get the medal because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. So that's why he missed out. 4,691 as opposed to 4,043. So at least panzerpenguin got something else out of it, and they were working exceptionally hard. So 3 players who are playing the IS-4, and it's obviously a very difficult tank to play well to get an ace tanker. You really have to go for it, and you have to probably score something like 6k of damage just to get an ace, maybe more. And it's difficult to get that sort of damage when you're up against tanks which can do 750 per shot, like that 50 TP, 60 TP. And yes, they can really ruin your day if you get more hits from them. But of course, he did go down fairly quickly afterwards. So I hope you enjoyed both of those replays in the IS-4. We don't often see these tanks. And in fact, actually, they did come in a little way apart, because this replay was sent in to me December the 1st. And of course, the other one, the Beowulf's game, actually came in this very morning. Yes, I'm still recording at just 10:30 in the morning on I think it's a Friday. Yes, it is Friday. And the other one came in right at the start of the month. So I hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.